Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome to what potentially could become a new series of Software Inc. A game in which we have to build our very own software development company. We're going to start pretty much in the 80s where it all began. In a little garage in our mum's parents' whatever basement, whatever we call it, and we're going to build our own software, whether that's operating systems, sound engines, even create our own kind of consoles and hardware and all this kind of good stuff as the ages progress. And we've got to try and turn our company into a multi-billion, multi-trillion-dollar company. Now, I've played this a few times and done quite a few series on this on my main channel, and I thought it would be a good time now to bring it to the second channel, as there's been a lot of updates recently, got some new mods. Yep, it's going to play a modded version of this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys enjoy Software Inc., want to see more episodes on this, then make sure you smash that like button down below, and also let me know in the comment section down below too. Now, we're going to first go by and start by creating a new game. Now, what's kind of different to this than previously is before it was like you always played in sandbox mode. But now there is some form of progression on this, which is really cool. We've got to rent a building, which we have limited space to work with. And then once we got enough money, we can then buy a plot of land and build our own office, which is really cool. So first things first then, we need to give ourselves a name. So we're going to call ourselves Seniac. There we go. I am, of course, a male. Oh, no, that's female. There we go. I'm a male. Ooh, look at that dude's afro. And his glasses. It's looking swiggity swag. So I don't think I want to mess around with this, but I will change stuff like his hair and whatnot. So where do I change the hair? The hair is over here. So try and get it as close to me as possible. No glasses. My hair is darker than this. So how do I do hair color? Colors. There we go. Hair. We go for like a darker brown. There we go. That's pretty much as close as you're going to get to me. Let's just put it that way. So my torso then, we get to choose whether he's wearing a t-shirt, a shirt, a hoodie, a suit. Ooh, we could go in there all suited and booted, but that colour's kind of brave. I think we'll just stick with the shirt. I like the colour of the shirt too. So legs then, should we go shirts and shorts? Because that is, if that doesn't scream Silicon Valley, I don't know what does. Or we could do the long shorts. I think we go with these ones. And what I think we should do as well is change the colours of his legs. And can I go for more like a deeper blue? Ooh, that's too deep. Too deep. There we go. Or should I go for a grey, like a darker grey? Yes. Nice. Legs then, the shoes, we'll go for... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Can I cancel it? There we go. So legs then, which is the shoes here. I'm going to go for a white pair of shoes. Those classic sneaks. Nice. Okay, that stuff's done then. So my dude here, his personality is generous and optimistic. I can make him a flirt. He can flirt with all the work colleagues, just saying. Generous is good. Optimistic, good. I think I'm going to keep those because I like those little traits. I am a hard worker. There we go. We'll go on the hard work. Okay, actually, no, you can't. They're based off that. So I'm a fast learner, social, and always stressed. I mean, yeah. Not too far off me in real life. Skill then, I'm gonna make my dude. He's gonna be let's make him a 100% programmer. There we go. So he's solid in the programmings. Beautiful. And so art, we'll go 2D. We'll go systems 2D. That's fine. And then this is the other stuff we need to look at then. So I'm going to change it to easy difficult because I'm not too sure how well we're going to do with the new functionality of the game in which you have to lease a building. But we'll see how it rock and rolls along. We get 50,000 to start with. The starting year is 1980. I can go earlier, but if you start in the 80s, that's when everybody is starting out. And then we can obviously, of course, make sure that we make the most money. So 1 day in a month, which is really good and easy to handle. Easy difficulty. This even got I need to toggle these here. This anything software mod here doesn't work, so I'll make sure I've got those off. But the mods I've got in is simply, if I can show you, it's the 6 Software Inc. Extended mod. This one don't work. We've got the software expansion mod and the hardware expansion mod, so we can do a lot more stuff than we can create. So that's all good then. We just need to pick a company name at the top. So let's call it Fools Studio. There we go. That's a perfect name for my little company. And let's pick a map. So we've got a couple to choose from them. We can either go straight to an empty plot of land, which will cost us 50,000, and we've got no money to begin with, so we don't want to do that. But to begin with, we can rent a building. So we can choose to rent a garage, which will cost us 360 a month, or an apartment, or even a skyscraper. Now, this is just temporary. We only have this until we can make enough money to move out of that place and then buy our own piece of land and then build, kind of like the Sims style, build our very own office, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't know what to go with. I think we might go with the apartment to begin with. We could start with the garage. That's good and all. Or we could move into an apartment. I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. I feel like we go garage. We'll keep our bills as cheap as possible so we can maximize our profits. Let's okay that then. So I'm pretty excited about this one, guys. So if you do enjoy it, smash that like button and let me know in the comment section when to continue it. So think of this as our parents' house, or even our own house. We have our little garage attached to our house here, and if I bring down the floors, you can now, oh, 1, 2, 4, down to the floor here. Let's drop the walls. There we go. So this is the house here. We can't use this building. All we can use is the garage here. It's connected to a toilet room there, and there's also an extra spare room here, which if I paid an extra 180, I could increase. I can increase my space I get to use, and basically I can rent that extra room. That's kind of how it's going to work. If I go to options quickly and go to the graphics, is there a way that I can improve or increase the UI? I don't think there is. The general stuff. If there is, if anybody knows, okay, UI size. Let's go 150. How does this look? I mean, this is huge. How does it look? Resume. Is that too big? Yeah, I feel like that's too big. I want to get it just so we can all see it a lot easier. I'll go 120. There we go. It's a little bit bigger. We can all see what's going now on the screen. Hopefully. Hopefully. So yeah, we only get this one room to work with. So if I toggle the walls, if I want extra space, I can only lease this extra room here, and we have a toilet for our employees. So we got a nice big window, 2 doors, we got some heating, we got some ventilation, and we got a nice little bathroom with a toilet in. Is that all that's in there? Yeah. Okay. So we've got 50,000 to use now to turn this into a pretty sweet office. So let's go to build mode then, and let's change it to functionality. We have favorites here. Let me turn the favorite off that. So functionality here, and we'll start with tables. So tables is what we use for our little office. I could like say to hell with it and get this big boy office desk, but that's too big. Because if I wanted to hire some extra employees, depending on how well we do here, I need to have the space. So what could I go with instead? We have these little nice desks. We have, there's a mirrored one. Oh, it's flipped around pretty much. I think we'll go for that one. So if I turn it around and drop it here, there is our little office desk. So we need to place a computer down. So a lot of it is locked. You can see it's locked until we get to that certain year. And then some of these have something ridiculous, like this one over here has got like 6 monitors. That's crazy. But we can only afford this one, the old computer. More pixels than you can count on one hand. So pretty much it's got 6 pixels. Let's drop that down just there then. We need to get some seating for it. So we'll go for a nice comfy chair because they've all got stats on. So this has got the highest comfort stat, but it also increases the environment around. That's something else we got to do as well. We got to make sure the environment that our dude is working in and all our current our employees that we eventually hire, we got to make sure the environment's nice, because the better the environment, the more of a bonus we get on the stuff we create. So we've got that down then. I think we should get some extra stuff then. So my dude's going to be a programmer, so I can get some extra stuff next to him. So I think the calculator, we can have one next to him. Calculator should do some boosts. We'll get a nice little plant which will increase the environment around. And we'll drop that there. And I think that's pretty solid. Do we have any lighting in this room? We don't. No. Okay, let's get some lighting in here then. So I think we'll go for... Right, that decreases the stuff around. Lighting. We'll place a ceiling light just there. We've got one in the bathroom. That's all good. So we spent literally just over 1,500 on buying the basics that we need to start creating stuff, which is quite exciting, isn't it? So it's January 1980. We have one employee, which is your boy Seniac. I'm 20 years old, apparently. I'm part of the core team. You can have multiple teams in this. So you can have multiple teams working on different stuff. We can have like a gazillion employees. So the core team, which is only one employee, arrives at 8 and goes home at 4. Let's put this up to 6. So arrive at 8 and go home at 6. An extra 2 hours in a day to do some extra work. So I think we're ready to then start developing something then. So before we jump into it then, let me just kind of check a few things. So all companies. These are all the companies that are currently out there right now. So if I drop it down by worth, we are the least valued company. Let's put it that way. I could buy shares in other companies. If I clicking on stuff all over the place right now. If I go to their details, I could spend 50,000 on buying shares in a company, and then if that company does really well over time, then I could earn even more money off them. But I don't want to do that just yet. Okay, right. We have upcoming releases coming soon. So the next release coming out is apparently someone's building a calculator. Someone's doing some audio tools. Someone's creating some memory, which I don't know if it's RAM or storage memory. But let's develop our own software first then. So what should we create first then? We need to create something that's going to make us some money. We don't have a lot of money to play around with. So do we start by creating our very own operating system? And then once we got our operating system, we can create all these beautiful programs. We've only got a few to play around with at the moment, but as time progresses, more and more gets unlocked and added onto it. If I create our own operating system, then all the other software we can make, because when you for example, if you make a 2D editor, which is basically like a image editing program, I can choose what operating system I want it to work on, kind of like in real life. So if I made an operating system, I can make all the other softwares only work on my operating system, meaning that you can only, if you want to use that stuff, you have to buy my operating system. Creating everything in-house, pretty much what Apple does. That's what we could take that mentality, couldn't we? So it'll take us more than a year to create this. It's recommending, with the current stuff added to it, that we need 2 designers and 3 programmers and 1 artist. Wow. Okay. If I selected all of it and added everything into it, and multitasking, it's taking approximately 3 years to create. Now, we can hurry that progress up anyway if we started to create or hire multiple people. Or this is the other option, we could create the operating system for a console, which if I selected all of this would only take us approximately 2 years to create. So do we first create our very own console, operating system, or computer? It's a tough one because what's the 109 million consumer reach computer? There's a lot more consumer reach, so we could sell more of them. It'll take a little bit longer. Do you know what? We'll go with computer. We'll go big or go home. That's my mentality right now. So let's give it a name. Let's give it a name for our operating system. Let's call it I'm about to call it the. Should we have it fall related? Like we could go Windows or Mac OS. Let's call it, if I can spell it right, Full OS. Do we have a space? No, there's no space. Full OS. So full operating system. Sounds pretty cool. Price is $264. We'll change that to $279.99. So $280 to buy. It's expensive. It's going to be a good one though. And we'll develop this then. So this is going to take a while, but if we can develop this, there shouldn't be any other operating system out there in the market as good as ours at this point. That's what I'm thinking right now. So I can't do much now until my dude arrives. So let's have a little fast forward session then. We'll skip to the next day. So he comes into work. So our first month, we spent 1,880. Okay. So we'll see what we get over time then. So as we fast forward time, and he's working so vigorously right now, you can see the Fool's OS is coming along. It's in its alpha stage right now. And he's doing a lot of the stuff for the audio. So we're going to get this up as high as possible, all these 3 bars. The current quality of it is bad. We'll only develop it into beta when the quality of it is increased. So we'll spent a month there. We're now into the next month. So I put it into play mode. So it looks like our monthly bills are going to be $380. And all that is on maintenance. So it's not too bad. It's like $20 on electric, $360 on rent. So we got $47,000 to play around with anyway. So we just want to keep continuing and working really hard on this. So he's almost done the audio side. Then he can focus on something else. So now the system and the 2D can start to increase a little bit more now. So this is where we might want to think about just hiring a second employee for the meantime. And that's solely down to the fact that we want to progress a little bit further. Now I feel like we could have a second employee and not waste too much money. That's the only thing. You've got to be careful about the bills on this side. Because if things get too much, we can actually research something over here. What's this processor? A divider. So this is another thing. Right. So because we started in the 1980s, nothing has been invented or created. There's researchability here for a divider. If I research that, I press OK, and then if I assign and get rid of everybody on that, so no one's, and he's now assigned to this. Is he assigned to that? Oh, assign the core team. We should be researching. They're not designated to do researching. But if I did unlock that, that means that if anybody ever used that in the future, I'll always get royalties for it. But I don't feel like we're going to get anywhere far on this. Because my dude's not a researcher. But it's interesting that we can do stuff like that. Can I patent it? Not really. I can't really do anything with it, to be honest. Assign the core team. He's a programmer. He's not a researcher. So, programmer, designer, researcher, marketer. Can I select anything? Change roles. Nothing really I can do, is there? Well, he's got the any role anyway. That's pretty much what he's got right now. Let me see what the core team can I do with these. Manage teams, core team, secondary tasks, research tasks. Does that mean they will start researching now? Where's my dude? He's just sitting there chilling. So manage roles. Okay. There's no primary tasks. Haha! Will we work on that now? Not really. I feel like you need like a big team to get that kind of stuff done. Let's just cancel it anyway. Let's not focus on that. Let's just focus on getting this done. So while I wait for the next day to happen, why don't I set up a desk for another employee? So it doesn't cost us too much to kind of get that stuff up and running. So table. We'll kind of mimic what we've done on this side. So if I placed it there, we'll get that beautiful computer down, the chair down, and because I'm a programmer, should we get like a designer to work on this one? So with that said, which is the high one for the designer? That's the artist. No, let's go for an artist. Yeah, let's go for an artist to work on that. Place a little plant down there. The floor's getting dirty too, so we might have to hire a cleaner at some point. And that should be good. Okay, it's in play mode. We need to hire someone then. So let's go to hire employees. And we want them to be an artist. So specialize in, let's go 2D. Okay, spending 500 to look for him. And we need to find out who is going to be... We need to find out who is going to be compatible for our current team. So the team we're looking for is the core team. So we can do a personality interview. That's not what we want. Our compatibility is very... Can I do all of them at once? No. So normal compatibility. Good compatibility. So if we can get them really, really good compatibility, it gives us a boost, a bonus. So it looks like this one is the best one. Scott Holmes. So he's not the cheapest. He is the second most expensive. So we're going to spend $2,000 a month to have him. but he could be good for us. I don't want to do any other interview. Right, should we do any interviews? So he's good with the artists. He's definitely good with art. I mean, he's an artist. And he's good compatibility for the core team. Right, we have limited funds. You want to hire him? Yeah, we can always fire him just in case and get a loan out. But now, if I go to our managed teams, the core team, looking pretty. The compatibility has now gone from 100 to 112. So we got a 12.5% bonus. Right, let's get to the next day then, where they'll come in and start working together. Here we go. And then this should start to get done a little bit quicker. So this stage is all about the system and the 2D. So they're like, you know, chugging along, doing what they've got to do. And how much did we spend then? We spent 3,000. Is any of that on hiring someone? But the next month we'll get the wage bill coming. So an employee is hungry, so we might have to build some. We might have to place a vending machine in the office so these guys can get a little bit of food. Let's get to next day. So it looks like it's 2,400 our monthly bills are going to be right now. So we can go 10 months and spend just over half of our current budget that we have. So we really got to get this done as quick as possible. So if they complain about being hungry again, we're going to have to... well, that dude went home early. Right, next day. So he's gone on vacation. He's only been hired for 2 months, and the 3rd month he goes on vacation. Is he for real right now? There's something else to research too. Oh, it's still the divider. No one's researched it. It's a shame we don't have enough money. Because it would be nice to research all that stuff and just claim royalties on whoever uses it. So we're in good quality at the moment. The dude's back in right now, so we can tear through it a little bit longer. It's in great quality right now. I might get it all the way out just as it goes outstanding. And then we'll pull it into the next stage. So we need them to keep ticking along. So, okay, the employee gets hungry again and goes home. So how much would it be for us to get a vending machine? So a vending machine is $600. What does it do? Okay, it's quite noisy. So should I put it in the bathroom? No. Oh, I don't own that room. Okay, we'll place it here. So we got a vending machine in the office. Which this room now has a oh wait, the environment's 153% boost. Nice. Right, we got a vending machine now, so at least they can eat some food. Once that goes into quality outstanding, we'll move it into the next stage, which shouldn't be far off doing it now. So, oh, you went to the bathroom. Come on, you gotta be close now to getting outstanding. There we go, quality outstanding. So let's now develop it. I'm not too worried that we haven't got a lot to go, but time is money. That could have been an extra month. So Fool's OS has reached alpha, but still doesn't have any followers. So this is what we got to do. We got to build a pipe to make people anticipate the release of this software. So once it's, you know, once it comes out, we've got a big audience to sell it to. So we could do some marketing, but I don't want to do any marketing just yet because one, it costs money, and we haven't got anything to market because we've only just started developing this. So because we've got an artist as well, the art side of it should go up pretty high too. So let's skip another day. So what's this now then? So it's gone down to 144. The more the room gets dirty, the more the environment goes down. But if it drops down below 100%, then we'll kind of sort something out for it. So we'll give it a few months now to develop it, get these code and art statistics as high as possible. And then we'll send out some like press reviews, we'll start marketing it, try and get a review as well. We might even do our own review on it. Or something like that. So, oh, Scott Holmes is called in sick. It's just your boy working on it today. So I can only do a little bit of art to it. Oh, it's winter as well. It's winter. So this is crazy, man. This is crazy. So while it's in play mode then, if I go to now all companies, we've now dropped down on net worth. We really have dropped down on net worth. Details on the Shrine Inc., which is just a little bit better than us. If you bought shares in them at the start, their net worth, or their shares have gone down. I suppose the same as us. Or you could buy 50,000 in stock of us. Ours has gone down 43%. But once we release and start making money, then we should start turning things around. Right, market anyway then. Or should we do a review? Let's do a team. We can outsource the review, but we're going to do a team review. So we're going to review our product. So wait for it to come in, and we can see how well it's coming along. That will kind of give us an idea of how far we want to push it. So that review's done. So let's end it. So this is the score of our own thing. So we're basically saying it's almost a 3 out of 10. So we still need a lot of stuff to go into that. A lot of the code stuff side is doing, so the code needs to be a bit higher. So it kind of gives us a gauge of how much more effort and work we need to put into this software. But we got 28,000 still to play around with anyway. So we're doing a pretty good job. I'm not worried too much just yet. And because he phoned in sick, did we not have to pay him? These 2 months are pretty cheap. Oh, no, there you go. There's the... Oh, no. There you go. I think because he phoned in sick, we didn't have to pay him. So that was like almost like a free month for us. That's pretty cool. Okay. Right. So we keep going. We can announce a release date soon as well. I think once we get the code over at 10.0, then we'll do another review and see where we're at with that. So we're into the 9s now of the code. So keep that rocking and rolling. And we're about to go into the 10s now. So boom, let's do a in-team review. And we're going to announce a release date. So we'll say we're going to release it at February 1985. We'll go February 1983. It's a long way away. We will release it a lot sooner than that. But we're telling the world that it exists. So we might get a press review or something going down in just a minute. So here we go, next day. Boom. So we haven't given any followers just yet, so no one's too bothered about it. A computer is getting very slow and needs it to be looked at by an IT support staff. That's not good. And we need to get... Okay, so we're going to hire now, or manage staff. We're going to call in IT support. And we're going to call in a cleaner. Just to come in, clean the place, fix the place. And we're all good. Right, what's it now? So up to a 4.2. So we could squeeze it a little bit longer. And we could do pretty well. So cleaners just come in. It's now ultimately gone up to an 185 bonus on the environment, which is good. So keep it going. Keep it going. So this could be we could hit a home run on this. We really could if we play our cards just right. So what I want to do next then is in the market side, we've announced a release date. We'll do a press release soon, but we can also give a press build. So the press build is we give the press like a free copy of it, let them play around with it and write an article about it. So we'll do that soon anyway. We'll wait till that gets over 0.15, which will be the next day. Okay, we're heading for bankruptcy very soon, so we've got to be really careful on this. We'll do a press build then, and hopefully that will then start to build up the hype for it. So a press build has been sent. We won't know what's going on with that until the next month. Let's do another team review. See if we can get that done as well. End it. It's a 5.3. It's slowly getting there. It's slowly getting there. So next month. So it's been reviewed. And what are they saying? The target demographic doesn't really know who Fall Studio is, which is understandable. We're new to the scene. We haven't really heard about Fall's OS. It's a decent looking at this point. It has all the new features. It won't be out for a while. So them saying it looking decent at this point, it has all the new features, is a great sign. Because that means there's nothing else on the market that's currently better than this. Or at least, you know, what's on the market now is on par with it. But I think once the code's at 20.0, we will then put it into the next stage and think about releasing it. So I'm thinking right now, finances, we pull out a little loan. Just a little loan to tie us over for a while. So if I take out, let's take out 25,000, and let's say we want it for the next 24 months. So we've got 2 years to pay it off. We're paying 2,000 a month. Just to make sure that we don't go into debt through this process. That's all it's there for. And then once we start making the money back, we'll pay that loan back as soon as possible. But look at the followers going up right now. We've got nearly 1,300 followers. That's dope. Right, okay. Once it gets over 20, which will be the next month, we're going to pull it into the next stage. So we made profit this month, and that's only because we took out a loan. But it's all good. So I'm thinking we'll do one more review, just to see where this piece of software now is. The other dude's gone home, so we can't really do much about that. It's a 4.9. It's slightly gone down a bit, but that's because the other dude's not there to get the full story of it. But I think this is good enough, right? I think this is good enough. So both of them should come in there and work away. So let's now market this. Let's do a press release. We'll spend 2,000 on the press release to get the core team to work on that. So they'll work on a press release now. Build a nice little package together. And ready to market that, send it out, and get even more hype built up for it. The followers are now going down because it's taken a while. But we'll skip. There we go. So I think now what we'll do, we'll promote this into the next stage. Yes. So the next stage now, this is all about reducing and getting rid of any bugs we can find. So get rid of the bugs. We'll give another month of this, of bug bashing pretty much, while we continue to make that press release. So we'll give another month for this. And once they've gone home, boom. And then we'll release this. So let's release it. You have an unreleased press release for this project, which will be cancelled. No. Let's release this. So it doesn't really build much followers. But they are showing off a product with pictures they didn't put any work into. Yeah, we didn't spend much money on that press release. But there you go. Let's release this. And you should want to release Fool's OS now. Yes. So now you want to start the marketing campaign. This is the marketing campaign that's going to, you know, project us into the future. So yeah, let's start a marketing campaign. And let's spend 5,000. That's our budget for marketing this game. So in order to sell copies of your product, you have to print physical copies. Now, again, this is what you got to think of. This game is the current setting of the game right now is in the 80s. So think back to the 80s. You couldn't buy anything digitally. Everything was physical copies. Now, at some point, as we progress through the years in this game, we will be able to do everything digitally. But until then, we can't. So we got to create some copies. So what if I made 5,000 copies? That would be kind of 10,000. Boom. So we got 9,000 to play around with, and we just got to pray. We have just got to pray that we make money. So now then, we are playing the waiting game. We're playing the waiting game right now. Can I research? Is that processor thing still there? Can we work on that? Not really. Let's just. We need a researching team, pretty much. Right, this is the moment of truth. Everything that we've been working for right now all comes with a click of a button. Are you ready? Oh my goodness me. Right, there is a lot to take in right now. One, Fool's OS does not meet the demand. You are losing sales. Basically, right, we've completely sold out of the 5,000 copies, and we've pre-ordered, we've pre-sold so many, so we got to kind of get on that. That's one thing we need to look at. The second thing is we've made $1 million in the first sales week. That's crazy. And is it a coincidence that when we make $1 million, yeah boy, Scott Holmes wants to do a wage negotiation? He was requesting an extra $1,400 a month. Is it a coincidence? You know what? It is a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. I know what that dude's doing. Just look at his face. That's the face of a boy who knows how much money we just made. We'll accept it because he did soldier us on through that period, and we couldn't have done it without him. So I will accept it, but don't accept any additional wage increases in the future. Well, too much anyway. So yeah, we need to print more copies. We just had the product reviewed. We did not expect it to sell very well, but it's done really, really, really well. Okay, so all software. This is all the software that's being released by all the companies. And we just need to find ours a second then. So if we go from the year of release. So where is it? Fool's OS. Net units sold. Quite a lot. Quite a lot. We need to go to our releases here. This is what we need to look at. I'm trying to make this a bit smaller so we can see it. So net units sold, 5,000. Active users, 5,000. That's crazy. Right, let's order some copies. So let's order 100,000 copies because we know it's going to sell out well. So let's go with that. We could actually have the best operating system on the market right now. How crazy would that be? So we just ordered all those copies. What we're going to do is going to cancel the marketing on it. Only for the reason is that we're going to remarket it again. Where is it? Market. But choose the budget here to be 20,000. We're going to spend 20,000 a month on marketing it. So we've also got 29 bugs that we have to get out. We're also doing support for Fall OS. Another thing as well, loans. Let's pay out or pay off that loan that we had so we can reduce our outgoings. So we're going to now have a couple of thousand in outgoings and making millions in profit every month. This has kicked us off pretty well. You have to admit. It's done pretty well for us. So they're putting all their time and effort now. And then let's get rid of this. All their time and effort into marketing this operating system. We've spent quite a bit now. In total, we made 1.02 million, which is pretty good. Right, next month, we've got 4 million in the bank. What is going on? So the first month we released, we made 1.4 million in sales. The second month, we made 4.6 million in sales. That's ridiculous. So we have to pay out, obviously, a percentage of the money we make on distribution. So think of like when you sell something, again, go back in time. So everybody who's selling it, so think of like you go down to the store and you buy it. Obviously, the store that you buy it from gets a commission. Eventually, when we progress in the future, we can create our very own version of like Steam or like a virtual a virtual store where we get all the commission and we don't have to pay anybody, which is crazy. So again, we are back in time right now. We are progressing through. We made so much money. We're making so much money right now. It is so damn good. Right, we're going to hire a cleaner, or call in a cleaner. Not hire a cleaner, but just call a cleaner to come in and clean the floor right now. But this is amazing. We're doing so well. So it looks like then, on the research of the processor, the owner, Ageware, managed to research it. That's interesting. So we've got a ton of money right now. We've got a ton of money to use. Now, we got two options, guys. We got two options, and I want you to let me know what we should do. Should we, if I go to build mode, and if you press this here, we can move the company to either a new building, the apartment, or the skyscraper, or we could build our own. Now, building our own comes with a lot of issues and problems, or we could go and rent the apartment or go and rent the skyscraper for now while we try and build up our team, because the only thing is, yes, we made a lot of money, but I don't know if we're going to be a one-hit wonder. You don't know if we're going to make anything better in the future. You know what I mean? So we've got to see what happens. So let me know, should I rent a new apartment or build a new building? In my mind, I want to play it safe and probably rent a new apartment. And then when we've got like maybe like a minimum 10 million, then we'll build our own building. But as of right now, we've got operating system. So all software, if I go to the category of it, no, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. And I want operating software. Okay, here. Operating system, sorry. So there's a lot currently out right now. There is a lot. Can I get details on this? Details. So this is the details of the operating system right now. Right, so this is the company name, price, release. It's not in-house. Active users, good, in stock, units. Wait, how many units do I have? So did I make like 100,000 units or something like that? Oh, we got we got 84,000 in stock. So we still got a lot to go, which is all good. Income's good, reputation, units. So we get a couple of refunds, but it's pretty much all solid right there. Is there a way for us to kind of know the market share of it? I'm not 100% if we can find that out. Needs, franchise, used in. So, oh my goodness me. Okay, so we made the operating system, and look at all the companies and all the software being created for it. So all these companies right now have made game engines, office software, because you gotta think, I've only made the operating software, I haven't made anything for it. So you just get the operating system and you can't really do anything on it. So luckily these companies have stepped in to made programs for it, which they're relying on us for them to make money, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? It is. So I think we got a solid operating system right there, guys, which sets up nicely for the future. So the next coming episodes then, we'll start to make stuff for the operating system. So like 2D editors, audio editors, I can make those, but what I'll probably end up doing is not making them available to sell. So if I go to make a 2D editor, I can select it to be in-house. Now the reason I could do that is to make it only work on the Fool's OS, my own operating system, but when I make other stuff in the future, I don't have to then rely on other people's work. I can rely on all of mine, keep it all in-house, create a great ecosystem for my products, make all the monies. That's the thought process behind it anyway. But anyway guys, let me know what you think about this game. If you want to see more of it turn into a series, let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.